Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer, and welcome to the stream. I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm doing alright. I looked at my little emote there, and I'm like, man, did the little Suwako hat bug? What happened to that? And then I realized I thought I'd turn on little flares on the subscriber badges. And that's why I turned them off, because they hide Alana Ray's beautiful sprite artwork. So guess what I'm gonna be doing after this? So, today's plan is we're doing Final Fantasy X. That is midweek, long-form midweek game, and today is going to be a couple of little side quest things, a little bit of dinking around, and when we've done that, we'll cut it. And then next Final Fantasy stream will be the final dungeon, final boss. I can't imagine it's going to take 3 hours to get to do the Sin fight. Caption card, 12 hours later. But you know, I think we'll be fine. Also, yes, good evening, Quaxley. I'm Quaxley now. That CPC Gamer Quaxleyton III, that's me. Here's Final Fantasy! I don't have a good link for today. First thing we're gonna do is equip something on Tidus, because, where is it? Yeah, no encounters. Because that will make this next part fairly easy. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go back to Barge Temple. Because I had made a mistake. Kind of. I said that I thought I had seen something shiny in the water. I did. But not where you thought. So you know previously I had talked about I'm not doing the lightning dodging side quest because I don't want Lulu's weapon. Well, it turns out if you sort of mess around in Barge Temple a little bit, you have to sort of do a bit of exterior collision testing. I swear this is true. I'm not lying. And I can do a flip. I just don't want to. Well, maybe I can't find the edge. But it's actually down here. You could just go to Barge Temple and collect the Onion Knight. But in order to use it, you have to do the 200 consecutive lightning bolt thing. And you're not allowed to go near a pylon, or save, or switch areas. You've got to just do it. All in one go. And, no. I'm not doing that. Even though it's a great weapon for Lulu, and it's got a whole bunch of cool tricks to it, I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to explore around the edge here, because this is where it is. I'm going to find it, and I'm going to show it off, because I want to show off what happens next. Don't mind me. This is actually real. See, I got over here, right? And I thought, maybe there's something cool over here, right? And there is! The Celestial Mirror seems to react, so let's use it. And we obtain the Onion Knight, which is, your guy from Final Fantasy III. Which, at this point, they hadn't localized, I don't think. So here's just this weird little soldier guy. And Lulu can have him. Now, much like we saw with God Hand, if we go to equip it, no AP. What a useless weapon. So what we have to do is we have to go to that mystical flower that we found in Macalania Woods. I don't know why we can't teleport to Macalania Woods. You'd think, right? But we cannot. Oh, I'll tell you what I didn't do. I didn't go back and get that Ject Sphere from the Thunder Plains. That might be something to do later. Wait, which way was it? Was it this way? Yeah, it was this way. Okay. So, first thing you have to do is whatever it is to collect the Celestial Weapon. And then you have to come back to this weird glowy plant with one of two items in hand. Now you notice we've been picking up crests and sigils occasionally throughout the game. Here is such an instance. Lulu, you must offer the Mars crest. Which I'm sure is not correct. I am dead certain she was supposed to be the Venus one, and Auron was Mars. But there you go. The weapon's power has grown. I don't have any other weapons. But now, if we go to equip Mr. Onion Knight, no AP, but double overdrive. Slightly less terrible. You have to go and get the other item if you want to unlock its full potential. And in this instance, that is the lightning planes dodging thing, and we're not going to do that. And that works like that for each character. You have to do the thing to collect the item, do the thing to collect the crest, do the thing to collect the sigil, bring all three of them here, and there you go, you get your thing. And that's not okay. I don't think there should be anything wrong with just do the thing and then collect the item. But there you go. What do I know? Now, that was one of the things on today's to-do list. Let's get that checked off. Now, what was the next one? I think it was this one.
Here we go.
I could be wrong. So, we just do a little bit of... Are you a compilation sphere? That's a tutorial board. Oh yeah, you're a compilation sphere. I don't need you. Is this the one that I needed? I think it might be. Not entirely sure. No, it's not. I may have a little guide open over there which says, hey, here's where you need to go for this one. And I'll tell you why. Or rather, you'll see why when we get there. Partially because you kind of need to go out of bounds. Right, board airship. And then tell Sid that we actually want to go to the Geosei High Road.
Here we go.
There is a lot of nonsense in this game. Empirical Woodland. And that's part of them. Oh, yeah! You remember I couldn't work out what to do with that stage exit? Well, that's what you do. You come back at the end of the game. And now here we are. And we have some soft. Definitely useful at this stage of the game. I think I may have 99 of those. I don't know. And we continue along this little path. We follow the path. Are you going to turn around and fight me? You are absolutely going to turn around and fight me. Oh, it's the Power Rangers! I want to fight them! Alright, let's go this way. Well, I can't say that I was expecting that. Renoa, hello! Hope everybody's doing okay. I'm doing alright. I was threatened by a Sentai force, apparently. Yeah! Well, now I'm stuck up here, I guess. Oh, no. The battle will begin if your pursuers get too close. Run as fast as you can to thin out enemy forces. The screen will flash to warn you when pursuers are near. Alright. I wasn't expecting this. I was just here to look for, like, a piece of scenery. I didn't think I'd unlock this bit yet. Well, I guess we're just dead. From bees! Man, oh man, how are we supposed to beat these guys? Just like, in general, how do we beat the Dark Aeons? I don't know. I've never been able to do such a thing. Well, not even this. Like, I accidentally found, what was it yesterday? I accidentally found Dark Ixion, and then the game's like, nope. Dark Hunts. This attack goes on a bit, doesn't it? It's like Supernova 7. Or Eden from 8. Anyway, that's not how you get what I was going for. We'll maybe try that again, shall we? Let's try that again. Oh yeah, Knights of the Round from 7. That's a more accurate one. The only time I have ever been able to beat Emerald Weapon was when I cheesed out the double summon Knights of the Round trick. And then I mimicked it over and over and over again. And it was just, please, dear God, let's hope this works.
Here we go.
I need to re-equip that sword. Yes, I do. I may have gone in the wrong direction. Let's try this again. And then if this doesn't work, we'll go on to part 3 of my to-do list. Which is The next thing that I wanted to show off. Again, vitally important we collect those softs. You know, I have to say, I think, Breath of Fire got it right when it was like, here's the big old summon attack, and it lasts for a long time. But you can also skip it with a button push. And that's fine. Use the rusty sword? Yes! What could that be? The Celestial Mirror, you say? Yeah, skippable cuts. Masamune. There it is. And then Riku's there like, don't go too far down that way, kid. This is creepy bug people. But yeah, I get why they do not include skippable cutscenes and stuff, because, you know, they put work into this, and they want people to look at this. But also, time is of the essence, game. I need to get back to streaming, thanks. There we go. If I talk to you, who are you? You're like secretly Gilgamesh? And then you're gonna come get me? Get you, kid. Yeah, Empirical Woodland, I think that is the best way to do it. Unskippable the first time, and then every other time I get to skip it.
Yee-haw! Here we go!
I'm sorry, I just have to. Now, I'm pretty sure that the celestial weapons all do the same thing when you power them up the first time. You just get double overdrive. And it's only when you power them up the second time that you get all the cool busted stuff. But yeah, see? Isn't that so much easier? Like, when I know where it is, it's just easier to go get it. Right. Not overly concerned with going and unlocking that stuff right now, because the weapons I have are much cooler, I think. So, the next step on my journey is the Calm Lands, which is this one.
Yee-haw! Here we go!
And also, save. Sparkmane is halfway here and potentially living on a prayer. And that's fine. Because, hey, what did we say yesterday about Sparkmane? Cool person. That's what we said. And I means it. So, this is an area that I saw the first time I came here. Chose not to do it. Which, I guess is going to come back and bite me now. Because now I've got a lot of work to do. Right, first of all, this guy right here, this always reminded me of, like, reading off a disc. Like, that's something from Final Fantasy VIII. It does not belong in this scene. Secondly, hey, what's up? This is a training area that Lord Meehan constructed for the Crusaders. You can hone your battle skills here by fighting fiends gathered from all over Spira. But the fiends all got away because I screwed up. I'm too old to gather fiends now, so I'm in quite a fix. So that's where you come in, Sonny. Can I ask you to round up all the fiends for me? Of course, I'm not asking you to do it for free. There'll be nice, fat rewards. On top of that, you can hone your fighting skills anytime against the fiends you bring back here. In addition, any items you win during training are yours to keep for free. But there will be a small fee for each training session, so bear that in mind. How about it? Not a bad deal, huh? You won't regret it. Alright, we'll do it. That's the spirit, Sonny. Now, go catch all them fiends. But I've one more warning before I can let you go. To catch a fiend, you have to defeat it with a special kind of weapon. But not to worry, I'll sell them to you for a special no price. Also, this area can only hold 10 of each kind of fiend. There won't be any bonuses for capturing more, so keep an eye on your totals. I need you to start by collecting each species in the Calmlands. Can't reopen the arena without having some fiends, you know. By the way, it's a total of 9 species in the Calmlands. I'll give you a bonus when you get all of them. Oh, before I forget, you said that. You did forget already, and we're back here again. Alright, let's get some weapons. So, we have to get these guys. Which have the special ability, Capture. I don't know if anybody knows this, but there was a particular game, series even, that came out and set the world on fire while this game was in development. I don't know. Monsters in My Pocket, I think it was called. So quickly, go and weaken enemies and defeat them with the cool weapons. And then you get to add them to the arena. Now this should be a little easier actually, because... Oh, that's fine. Wait, that does not appear to be the captured staff. Guys, what are you doing? You're letting the team down. It has time I say, Zakrai and friends. Hello, do come on in. How we doing? Zakrai was playing Blasphemous 2, and I know that because I was watching. We got a gilded lung. Anyways, go follow Zakrai. They are friend of channel, really cool. Oh, I thought you were playing the second one. Well, there you go. I was paying so much attention. I know what I'm doing. Well, what was I thinking of then? I don't know. Man, I'm gonna have to go and play Blasphemous. Because that game looks great. Point is, I was watching Zakrai do that. And, like, platforming challenges, and reliquaries, and... yeah, it was a good time. Man. I should probably have made a list of the enemies that you find on the Calmlands, because I have forgotten which ones I have and have not captured. I think there's a bee and the Marlboros. That's gonna be a fun one. Did I catch the Coeral? I don't think I did. I missed where it said it. There you go, corral capture. And then you... Oh. You... We can just do this. Oh, amazing. Sparkmane says these dogs need a minty bone. Perhaps. Perhaps they need a steak. If we get them a steak, maybe they will be they'll broil it and like grill it as they eat it. Yeah. Just thought. Okay, so everybody, Sparkmane is working, so we all need to be on our best behavior, so nobody do anything mean. Okay? Okay, got my eye on you. Empirical Woodland. How very dare you. And it was highlighted in the chat as well, because now you are here twice. What is this world coming to? Alright, there we go. We need to capture you, Mr. B-Man. Let's, take you apart first of all. And then... throw Pokeball! Go! I'm surprised I could reach up there. Well, I suppose it makes sense. We do have a lance. They tend to be long-range weapons in the Final Fantasy series. Right, I think I'm only missing 2. There is Chimera Brain and a Marlboro. 4? Really? Alright then. Keep your secrets. Zakurai is lurking because he's going to go and get some dinner. Well, that's what you want to do after a fine day of blaspheming. And speaking profanities. Oh, there you go. There's one. We'll catch you. Okay, I have 3 more left to catch. What could they be? I don't know. Also, why am I doing this? I thought I was... My little list was just, hey, show off where the capture mechanics come into play, and then don't do them. Well, that's fine. What if... What if... Oh, wait, no. Okay, only Kimari has that. Cool. I was like, what if we just run away? Don't need to run away. Because we actually get 4 turns. So, what does your thing look like? Is it just like a standard Moogle?
Allow me.
Yeah, it's just a standard Moogle. Alright. Well, that's fine. We've established this. Lulu needs additional speed. And that requires going around the sphere grid some more. Oh no! I will have to grind in between streams in order to do that. I'm gonna have to go and see if there is a checklist. Because then I'll know. And one of those. What I really want is more Al Bhed potions. Because let me tell you, I used a lot of those while I was in the Terror Dome at Zanarkand. But that's fine. So how's everybody doing today, while we're hunting around looking for these new creatures? Flee! Have we done anything fun today? I went to work, and you know what? It actually worked out really, really well. So we were dead on our asses today. We were barely taking anything. No footfall, nothing today. Don't know why. And me and the other TL, we were like, all right, we've got to do something. Let's walk the store. Let's make a jobs list. And as we did, the district manager walked in, and he goes, I don't know, just passing. Thought I'd step in. How about we do a store walk? See how you guys are coming along. See if you know what you're doing. And we like hid the one that we had already done, and we're like, oh yes, sir, good idea, sir. We'll have to do that right now, sir. And we aced it. I'm so happy. Alright, let's just bring in you. Shovel Knight Showdown free with Prime. Well, that's alright. I guess I stand by my statement that Shovel Knight has been in more bad things than good at this point. And I'm kind of over it. I think the example I've given is the bit in The Simpsons when he bowls a perfect game and everyone's like, you okay? You can go away now. What rare spawns am I missing? Game, bring them to me. I must know.
Take that.
Alright, hang on. While we're doing this, let's see if I can pull up a list, shall we? Alright, there he is. Here we go. Please, dear God. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I see the two that I'm missing. I know what two I'm missing. Chimera Brain was, in fact, one of them. Good job, me. Alright. Alright, what do you got? A remedy? Golly, I'd hope so. We think the hoopity poop that only has a 1 in 1 billion chance of spawning. Yeah, probably. The game does tend to get a little aggressive with its spawn rates sometimes. No, what I'm missing is Anaconda, which is from 8. Oh, Wales! Hello! Thank you very much for subscribing on a 12-month streak. Please enjoy your brand new hat. Or actually, you keep the diamond. Very important person, that O Wales. It has been a year, hasn't it? Isn't that great? I spoke to O Wales recently, and I'm like, hey, are you going to be around on Friday? Because Friday is essentially just a game for you, and I would like you to be here for that game. And if you're not, I'll find something else. but I believe she is. So we're good to go. Alright, one of those. And you can just steal one of those. Why is that thing on fire? Is that thing meant to be on fire? I do not know. See, this is why I don't want to do a grinding stream. Because I just get frustrated that, like, all we're doing is fighting the same dudes. I would like additional dudes, please. Particularly the two that I've got written down on this list. Do you want to make that happen, game? Be a lot cooler if you did. Also, yeah, oh whales, we've got new commands. This one, we don't do. I left them in the... Did I leave them in the stream title? I did leave them in the stream title. I did very little updating of the stream today from yesterday. Again, this is a dedicated dinking around stream. We're not going to... Yeah, these lads. Right, all we have to do is find a Chimera Brain, and capture one of those, and then we've done this little diversion. Where do Chimera Brains live? I don't know. Calmland somewhere. Gives me an excuse to drink up my iron brew. That's today's drink of choice, incidentally. The weird orange Scottish drink made from girders. We also have a new command because the command interface wasn't working. Maybe your messages will send now. Yes, they did indeed work. Hello. I'm sorry if you have been sending messages this whole time. We did not see. But it is still good to have you here. Well, mayhaps we demonstrate these new commands. I'm going to save the game real quick. Because I got the stuff that I wanted, and we just have to find one more thing. Yeah, check it out. Would you like a hug? Bet you would. Hug's pretty great. This is a point of contention with Mum and myself. Mum insists that I don't like hugs. And no. I don't like when I'm grabbed out of what I'm doing and I just have to stand there for a bit. But hugs, yes. Right. Let me show. Right, where were you? Three experience points till the next level. What I would do, were it up to me, I would round down. And I would have a system that goes, do you know what? 3's close enough. Ka-chow! Free level up for you, sir. And then people would talk about it. They go, gosh, this game's got a weirdly generous experience system. I like it.
See ya!
Got a level anyway. That's fine. And see, here's the other thing that I am very much aware of. And I guess it's bad form. I'm looking at that timer beneath my stream going, you've been at this for 45 minutes. You want to find a thing? Well, see, here's the difference, Empirical Woodman. You're talking about money, and I'm talking about experience points in a video game. Which are a lot less important, as experience points do not bind us to society. What, do you do anything? Nah, here's the thing that's there. Be a lot cooler if you'd spawn a Chimera Brain, because then I could show off this thing. By the way, Kimari heals from fire. It's great. I wonder if enemies only spawn in particular parts. Like, the thing that I'm looking for, do I need to go away from the center? Maybe. It's possible. I don't know. Still, oh Wales, welcome on in. We've missed you. I know you've been busy with work things and life things, so it's good to be back. And I am particularly looking forward to, I would say secret game tomorrow, but it's in the Discord. So there you go. We'll see you then. Or will we? Because I'm just determined at this point to find the enemy type that I need so that I can go back to the guy at the monster arena and say, look what I got. It's all of them. We'll get there. Oh, also, fun thing. It looks like it's only certain tracks on the soundtrack that trigger the content ID on YouTube, specifically the battle theme. So there's one of my videos which went completely undetected because it just used incidental music for the battles, so it never actually played. And like, that's pretty great. Okay. I know this enemy's here. I fought it here. It's where Kimari, I believe, learns Aqua Breath or Fire Breath. One of them. We just have to find it. You want to talk about ridiculous Final Fantasy spawn rates? There's, oh, what is it called? I think it's called Pink Puff. From 4? There's one enemy that only spawns, like, in half of a optional room. And there's genuinely no reason for anyone to go there. And you're probably never going to see it. And there's no reason to go and find it, because it's just an enemy that happens to exist right here, occasionally. Oh well. You know, I'm also kind of feeling like I might just need to go and throw some of my own music in this at this point. What is it with the Calmlands being repetitive and making me want to find my own music? It's fine. Is it fine? It's probably fine. All right, I'll take you on. I'll be gone in a day or two. Calmlands Chimera Brain. Encountered in the northwestern area of the Calmlands. Alright. I was in the wrong room. Kinda. Hey! Thanks, Final Fantasy Wikia. You're the best, mug.
See ya!
Right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go over here, and we're gonna give you no encounters. Is the Chocobo lady over here? I don't think she is. Nope. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're gonna have no encounters on because we have to run all the way back to the guy. And well, let's see what we get. Aside from kind of knocked off that we have to do this, but hey, that one game came out, and you have to catch all of them. I believe that was the slogan for this game, whose name escapes me for the moment that this isn't copying. So that's what you have to do with the monsters in this game. You have to catch all of them. And I'm just looking at this list over here. It's like, go, there's loads of them. Alright, jerkface. I caught all your monsters. Give me some. Ah, you've caught all the fiends of the Calmlands. Now I can reopen the arena. Oops, I almost forgot. Here's a token of my appreciation for your hard work. I don't know if you have what it takes to open it, though. Oh, don't I? Yes, Nirvana. That's the thing that I thought I had the other day, but I didn't. It was I was thinking of a game, and I believe I've been researching specimens you brought from the Calmlands and created one nasty beast. Ooh. Want to take a swing at it? First fight's free. Nope. We'll come back to that. Bye. What can I... What is that? That's a piece of music that I recognize. Oh, that's, Sakura Saku. Why is that that? I don't know. Right, what can I do with that thing I just picked up? Far plane wind, right? Nothing. Oh wait, there you go. Far plane wind. Death proof. Eh. That's fine, I guess. I don't need that. Rickstress is back from prepping some sago pudding. I once again done the thing where I go, doesn't look like much, double the recipe, and then when all the ingredients are mixed, whoops, all pudding. Yep, that sounds about right. That is me making soup. I'll only make a little bit, I lie. I'll definitely get the quantities right this time, I lie. Do I want to go back to my cool stuff? I think I want to go back to my cool stuff. Yeah. Yeah, let's actually do it this way. Let's keep exploring. Oh wait, no I won't, because I have just seen what's coming up next on my list of to do. So, there you go. No encounters once again. Because there is... oh, golly, something ridiculous that I have to do. It might be interesting to do some more of the monster catching off stream. Because looking at some of the earlier levels, I was like, hey, 3 monsters that you need to catch. It's fine. Also, yeah, sago pudding. What is this? Tell me of your ways. Can I make it? Is it good? I mean, it's pudding. It's probably good. Most pudding is good. Right, step 1. Save the game. I have part of what it takes to unlock Yuna's weapon. You actually find it right near the start of the game. I believe, it's actually in the demo. Like, if you get the demo disc, it's, you can collect this end game item right at the start. So that's cool. Made from sago pearls. The pitch of the sago tree. Okay. I think this is where I need to go.
Here we go.
I could be wrong. Oh yeah, this kind of is where I needed to go, isn't it? Because, I need more, Albed potions, and I believe you can get them from pilfering from the guys in this particular area. Sweet pudding, made by combining sago pearls, water or milk, adding sugar, and sometimes flavorings. Styles... You know, I am reminded of boba tea. Yeah, or tapioca. Which will forever put me in mind of Brian Stiles just dying on camera, and it's one of the funniest things in the world. I need to post that clip. Not in channel, because then we get claimed and die, but definitely at some point. So what we're doing is we're going through the desert and we're trying to find the point with all of the quicksands. Which was... this way? All I really remember is going into some of those little quicksand pits. Just because I wanted to fight, let's be honest. Now then, I think it was over here. or I could be mistaken. Basically, at one point we came to an area that's like, hey, you can't go any further. The classic 2000s house hit Sandstorm is playing. I thought I could go over there now. Oh, I'll tell you why. It's because I'm reading it wrong. Oh, hi. Can I collect you? That's actually a really neat way of doing this, actually. Sandragora cannot be captured. The game thought of that. Give me that. Ooh, 3 Mega Elixirs. Nice. Is that also treasure chests? Or is that... Oh, no, you're all bed, and you're saying, hey, don't go this way, home blew up. Home doesn't exist anymore. You can't do that. And that's the sandstorm. We can't go that way. Right, hang on just one moment, because I'm gonna pull this up again. Because... oh man, is it on here? It doesn't appear to be. No. Can you tell I did little to no preparation for this? Southeast section of Desert West. That's me. You know, Rickstras, I got to thinking about this the other day, and this might just be me being dumb. But like, you see, I found it. This might be me being dumb, but can we make like maple syrup, but with like other things? Obviously, it wouldn't be maple syrup. It'd be like, I don't know, oak syrup. Why is it just that one tree? There's writing on the stone. Song of the Gatekeeper. Boo! Gatekeeping! 10 little gatekeepers play in the sand. Tomei's gone. Gone to fetch the water. Be back soon. Using spheres to control the sands, the Cactuars defend their village. They are the gatekeepers. Present all 10 of the spheres they bear to the stone altar, and the way to the village will open. Now, there's only one place that has the water, and that is back the way we came. See, this is why I turned on no encounters. Can you imagine doing this, but also we have to fight monsters the whole time? Maple trees have a specific sap type that can be rendered into syrup due to sugar content. Oh, there you go. I mean, I figured there was a reason, but also, you know, I'd still like to know what it is. Like somebody asked if it would be possible to make quail egg omelette, and yes, if you want to use like 1,000,000 of them, because quail eggs are tiny, tiny little things. Man, do you know what I could... Actually, no. I was going to say I should have just teleported back to the start, but I'll bet you that would reset the quest. So, So maybe let's not do that. Let's just enjoy running around and, I don't know, getting a wicked tan. Right, was it this one? It was this one. Right. Where are you, Mr. Cactuar? There he is. Come here. Tomei! Duties fetching water. Takes his time, and as a result is often left behind. A little dim. Way of the Gatekeepers won. It may look like fun and games, but the Gatekeepers are a proud race of warriors. While they dislike combat, they will turn and face any enemy that takes their back. Should you fail to sneak up on them, they will realize they have overestimated their enemy and depart in disgust. Sneak up on the Cactuars when their backs are turned to confront them. It's better that way, believe me. No! Aww. Man, I gotta keep doing this. This is catching, training a chocobo all over again. Yeah! Gotcha! I captured a Cactuar! Amazing! Fail to catch the Gatekeeper unaware, and you'll obtain Sphere del Perdedor. Zarkrai, get back here and tell me what that means. Best the Gatekeeper and obtain his personalized sphere. Collect lots of spheres to receive an award at the village. Oh, this whole desert is a trial. A cloister of trials. Hey man, cowboy cookies are great. Oh! Do you know what I did? I made peach cobbler cookies because my friend Neve works at a cookie shop and she makes those. And I'm like, oh dang, I bet I could make those. I did a pretty good job of them, I think. I had to sort of eyeball most of the recipe, but I got there. And they were still soft and squishy like 2 or 3 days later, which is just remarkable. Peridodor, lose it. I got the sphere of loss? Game. How dare you? We were all having a good time. You go and ruined it. Well, that's fine. You know, I am very surprised, actually, that this music is not part of the content ID, because I get the feeling this is going to be a kind of prolonged sequence, finding these 10 Cactuar lads, and this music's going to play throughout. Maybe I should pick something else. Alright, is it you? Yeah, Sunubia Desert West. So we go over here. We drop off our sphere. Where's the thing? There's the thing. We drop off our sphere with you. Writing appears when the sphere is set into the stone. 9 little gatekeepers play in the sand. Ravivia's gone walkabout. Be back soon. Well, that does not help me at all. So, what I think we'll do is, I don't know, explore the outer edges, explore the earlier maps. Because what I feel is going to happen is, or what I think happens is, I don't know, it's been a while since I have done the Cactuar thing. I think they start out and then get closer, so it's going to be like over this way. There was also a massive heist of syrup, I want to say, last year. Sounds like a sticky situation. Oh ho ho! Oi! Come here! Come here, nerd. Oi! Aww. I got as far as he has no patience. Alright, so this Cactuar has no style and no grace, but does have a funny face. There you go. We got Ravivia's sphere. What was that? Arm sling? Ooh, alright. Oh, I get it. It's like the triangle bandage. I get it. Canadian currency is based not on metals, but on syrup. Possibly. It's... Or is that like the army marches on its stomach? That sort of thing. Like, it's a pretty neat saying, but I don't know. $18 million worth of syrup from Quebec Strategic Store. Oh, I'm just imagining a guy and he's like, "You got the goods?" And he just opens up a briefcase full of syrup. He's like, "Yeah, that's the good stuff." 8 little gatekeepers play in the sand. Little Chava, like... Little Chava likes big numbers. Oh my god! Alright. Story time. Be back soon. I was on a forum this one time, and there was this one user, Little Chava, and Little Chava was really annoying, and posted like 20 times when one would have done. And everyone's like, "Oh, that Little Chava. I didn't know it came from this. My brain just drew that connection." Alright, so Chava likes big numbers. Where is numbers. Oh, hey! This is probably one of those I'll bet things that tells me what the cool secrets are, right? Hasodi Itros. Apparently not. Unless that's like a cipher. Does that rotate? That's not Rot 13, because I feel I'm weirdly good at identifying that. Yeah, Rextrus has got the right idea. Don't even bottle up the stolen maple syrup, it's just in the briefcase. And it's all just sloshing around. And it's impossible to hide. And then they go, how did you steal all of this? And they go, well, I guess I've got sticky fingers. And they like turn to the camera and it does the little star wipe. Old Chava likes big numbers. Where are the numbers? I'll tell you where there's numbers. I'll tell you where there's numbers. There was that one sign, you remember? And it's like, come to... what's his name's? Albed Warehouse. We've got 30% off. 30 is a big number. I guess I've got sticky fingers. And the police find me because everyone is booing so loudly. Don't pretend you're not impressed, Empirical Woodland. You like these jokes, really. That's why you keep coming back. Probably. Probably not. So I remember where the sign is. I just need to find it. That sentence made no sense. If I know where it is, I don't need to find it. I have a rough idea of what I'm looking for, just need to remember where it is. There you go. I saw one of those memes, and it made me laugh, and it was that clip. You know the one from Invincible? And the guy was saying, hey, so when do I become a seasoned streamer and forget to unmute my mic? And then the second panel said, and that made me laugh quite a lot. That there's a visual component to that joke. I hope everyone liked it. Hello, Bronwyn. It's true. You think, all you have to push a button in order to speak. I'll never forget to do that. This is the generic you, obviously, not like you specifically, but you always forget to do that. Nobody believes me that I was crying with laughter during the intro to Shadow the Hedgehog. But there we go. Right, that's not the sign, because that one says home is near. And then... oh, actually, is there an exit down here? No, because we're still in central area. Oh, wait, there is, isn't there? Because if we go this way, this is where we found the Shai Hulud. And I went, I'm not going that way. I'm going to run away. Danger. Strong fiend in vicinity. Yeah, there you go. There you go. 20. Shava. Recently learned to count to 50. A little needy. Attention deficit. Oh. That's a lot better than the line I was going to go for, which was, ooh, Java. But, like, no one's going to get that. Except for Empirical Woodland. And Empirical Woodland's going to tell me off for it. Nobody liked, ooh, Chavo. Get out of here. Obtain Chava's Sphere. How do I go back? I think it's this way. It's probably this way. Oh. 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 Was it just right there? The sign was right there? Yes, the sign was right there. 7 little gatekeepers play in the sand. Alex and Aloya play tag in the ruins of men. That one, be back soon, that one, I know where that is. You see, that entrance theme comes from an era where I kind of stopped paying attention to a lot of what was going on. And I wasn't as keen on Chavo Guerrero at this point. I was all like, the Attitude Era is over. It's never coming back. Hey! Alex and Aloha. 2 brothers, rarely separated, they move as one. Their closeness a paragon of brotherhood. I can't even tell you how Kerwin White's theme went, so... Oh, I lost that one. Let's try again. Ah! I was right there! You jerks! I had that! Alright, 3rd time's the charm. Hopefully I get it after this, or they will present me with loss, and I will leave and be very sad. Needle time! That is a fantastic memo. I love it. Yeah, can you catch it? No, you can't. Sparkmane is unmuted. Of course you're unmuted. You were talking about giving those dogs, minty bones. Obtained Alex and Aloha's sphere. I'm never entirely sure how to do, like, that particular J sound in what I presume to be Spanish. So apologies for getting that wrong. Still can't go that way. Gotta go this way. There we go. Five little gatekeepers play in the sand. Bacella seeks the shining blue. Be back soon. Save point. That's going to be either a save point or is there a save point on? No, there's no save point on this map. I don't believe. It's going to be in a save point. Or that one sign that I found on the wall that I didn't know what it was. I believe it's a H sound. For like the name the word Hio comes to mind. Wait, no, that's a H. No, the second one is a J. Save point. No. I'm looking down at my Discord notification tray and like, why is that number as high as that is? Is this me saying something and people are calling me out on it? Because that's generally why Discord lights up when I'm streaming. Heard you were making stupid maple syrup jokes. Well, we've got none of that. Save point! Vachella loves new things, hard on others, easy on self, stingy. That was brutal. See how quickly that thing turned around? Alright, second trial. Okay. We try again, I suppose. Presumably it's going to do 3 strikes and you're out, right? I don't just have to keep doing this. You got Sphere del Perdedor. It's loss. I got loss. There is a reason for this. Don't you worry. I feel like an inordinate amount has gone into the side questing in this game. Like, normally it's a case of, you know, Final Fantasy games. You find a guy, and he says, "Oh, I've lost such and such. Can you go and find it?" And you go grab it and bring it back. This one's got a little poem. And we're running around the desert. And man, there is all sorts going on. The Jaded Mew, thank you very much for a subscription. And a tiny little dancing penguin in an emote message. Also on a 12-month streak. I am... Okay, first of all, I'm grateful that anybody just shows up and watches and listens to me doing this. Because I'd be doing this anyway. I'm just glad that people are here and joining in. And then you go and, like, commit money to that? I appreciate this very much. Thank you very much. 4 little gatekeepers play in the sand. Oh, Rabea's stuck inside. Be back soon. I think that is... Is he going to be in one of the houses? Like, if we go to the, if we go to that, like, down here. Well, no, because there's nowhere to be stuck in here, is there? There? No. We are indeed, Rixtrus, and that is the way that it should be. Everyone have fun with that. Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Rebea, a real needle brain. Likes cramped spaces. Check out his great collection. Whoopsie. First trial. Oh, I can get stuff? I want stuff? I lost out on stuff. I should probably chase down the cactua. I'm gonna do it properly this time. It's not gonna work. But I'm gonna do it properly this time. Check it out. Oh, it worked! Needle time! God, imagine doing this when you weren't able to defeat the cactuars. How hard would that be? Alright, we got Rebea's sphere. Back we go. Talking about cheese, I shared a picture in the Discord recently. It was a 1,000-pound block of cheese. And, like, I would eat that. I would be full of regret, but also full of cheese. So, I don't know, man. Who really wins? Happy wife Banjo was Honey Bear in chat that day and just thinking of Brave Bird and the bear? 3 little gatekeepers play in the sand. A fiery inscription. The Lord of the Hole is gone. Isra thinks. Be back soon. Now that one is going to be over here. Because these little sand pits had the bosses in them, right? So the cactuar is going to be in a sand pit. Maybe. Zoc should do that. I do it from time to time. Wedge a port salut in the fridge that I need to stop myself from just eating. What manner of cheese is that? It's not one I'm familiar with. Ooh. Cactua. Venus crest. Wait. No. They changed it. I need Mars. Damn it! I thought Venus was Lulu. And if I can have the Celestial Onion Knight, I'll be set. That's what I want. But I can't have that. Okay, what if... semi-soft pasteurized cow's milk cheese. Oh, I saw him! I saw him, he's doing sick flips! Isra, the philosopher about town. Today, he digs holes. Again. A cautious sort. Ah! I was right there! I caught you! Oh, fine. I do like Munster and Monterey Jack. These are good cheeses. That guy should totally have caught me. I should not have been able to rush him down like that. Amazing. Okay, let's pop you in over here. I keep losing this cool stuff. Look at those glowing green eyes, that's terrifying. Two little gatekeepers play in the sand. Much curious Elio has left on a journey. Be back soon. Gone on a journey. I think I have to go back to the start again. Right? Because if he's gone on a journey, so he's traveling. So we go as far away as we can. And that's where we find Ezio. Would you like a hint, Andy? Not immediately. Excuse me. We'll give it a bit. If I get annoyed, mainly if this guess is wrong, maybe I'll take a hint. But I'm still leaning towards the guy he's gone, not to collect water, because that's what the first guy did, but we're gonna find a cactuar with a little bindle on a stick. And he's just rolling around through the sand without a care in the world. And he's whistling the dock of the bay. There he is. What? Ezio, you get down from there. You don't belong up there. Alright, let's go play hide and seek on an airship. Anybody seen any cactuars around here? Kind of small, green, limited frames of animation. think I know where this one is. Because it needs to be an open area with a rendered battlefield, which is... there's only one of those. And that's over here. Because this is where we fought Sky Dragon. Yes. Yes. Given the year that this came out, is this Cactuar yelling, "I'm king of the world"? Elio, to see what lies beyond the sands. He travels far to distant lands. Hyper-reactive and a bad poet. That's great. I like that. Oh, I could have had that. I could have had that. Is he rocking the airship? Or is Sid just doing that? I don't know. That's me getting greedy. That's me trying to rush him down right at the very end. And... okay. Here we go. Nice! Camera? Camera, what you doing? Okay. That was very, very silly. But that's cool. I will take silly. A little bit worried that I do not appear to be holding a sphere right now. Although I suppose that would make sense, because if I go to any other area, I would lose that. Okay. We only have one more to find after this. And then this arduous quest will be over. I'm, again, so glad that I got that zero encounter from Zenubia Sands. There we go.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
I'm so glad that I got that from... I think I got it from the boss fight with the giant fish. That's not where I wanted to go. That's where we got a cool item. I actually wanted to go to Bikanel Island. So maybe let's try that again.
Yeehaw! Here we go!
Alright. Last one. And then we'll get to the Cactuar village, and it'll be like finding the postman in Final Fantasy IX, where you find it, and then you go, yep. And then you leave. I do not believe there is any point to finding the postman in Final Fantasy IX. I mean, it's something that you can do. It's a little side quest with a bit of a payoff. But, yeah, no real reason. Yeah, mute that sneeze. Nobody heard that. Good times. Thank you, Rick Stress. Man, the internet's great that somebody just halfway around the planet will offer a bless you to a sneeze. I like that. We are a good community. By which I mean the people in CPC Gamers House of Derivative Content on Discord. Go join the Discord. And just like my circle of friends in general. You guys are cool. Sparkmain is off. Goodbye for now. Hopefully catch up with you soon. There's the Discord link. Thank you, Rickstress. Go click on that. I post memes and food that I make, which there's a lot of it. I cook frequently. One little gatekeeper plays in the sand. Flail is always behind. Be back soon. Flail! The guy you never invite, but he always shows up anyway. Cheeky. Oh, we're just right in this, aren't we? Oh no! I may have been doing that off audio prompts after the first one.
Farewell.
But like...
No time to waste. Let's
No!
go.
That guy just lied! You can't do that! There's writing on the stone. 10 little gatekeepers play in the sand. Tomei's gone to fetch the water. Gone for good. Raviv? Oh no! Rovivia's gone walkabout. Gone for good. Little Java likes big numbers. Gone for good. Alec and Aloha play tag in the ruins of men. Gone for good. Vachella seeks the shining blue. Gone for good. Oh, Robey is stuck inside. Gone for good. A fiery inscription. The Lord of the Hole is gone, Isra thinks. Gone for good. Much curious Elio has left on a journey. Gone for good. Flail is always behind. Gone for good. 10 little gatekeepers play in the sand. Nobody's here. The sand is gone. So this is the payoff for this whole thing. This whole last hour of gameplay of running back and forth through the desert is coming down here into this little dust bowl where we find a whole load of really tall cactus and the Venus sigil. And a friend sphere. Friend sphere? Man, that ain't worth it. But I think I can power up God Hand now. Also, I've been friend sphered. Who knew that the friend zone extended on the Z-axis as well? Oh! Everywhere I go is compassion. Right. Board airship. Man, if I can unlock one of the celestial weapons, I will be quite happy. I'm down for that. Lake Macallan.
Here we go.
Because I did get, like, the Venus Crest and the Venus Sigil, so that means if I have whatever that thing is, then I can do that. Okay. This side. This is one of the things that they changed, I believe, in... I don't know if it's this version of the game, or when they made it what is known as the international version, usually the PAL version. They changed a few of the items' locations around. And like I say, a few of the, like, item associations around. Right, Riku! I could get the fully powered up God Hand! Right. So. Riku again. Alright. Do the thing. Also, the weapon attains its maximum power. I noticed Lulu didn't do her victory animation, because that would mean she was just bending down and showing massive amounts of cleavage to a plant. Anyways, let's power you up. I don't remember where I get the other one of those, so don't expect it. It's not happening. Unless you. Not yet ready for further strengthening. Okay. Auron. We can do that with you. Oh, that's how I do that. Alright. I just looked up over here like, hey, how do I get the other part of Yuna's thing? Like, ooh, that's a tough one. I want to do that. Yeah, see, that was just a, like, shrugging animation, because she's not going to be like, hey, plant. Check him. Anyways, equip Riku with God Hand. Break damage limit, triple overdrive, double AP, Gillionaire. Yes! That is amazing! I still like this one because of alchemy, but I really like this one. I'm glad that I got that. And Click wasn't here to see it, and now he'll never believe me. He should. But he won't. Me just inching along. Click's here! Click, did you see it? Look, if I go to equip Riku, look, I did the thing! I got the fully powered up the thing! Isn't that great? Yeah, is. Yeah. Alright. Now, what am I going to do next? I think the next thing we're gonna do is save, obviously, because I just got the cool thing, and go to the airship. Now, what we're gonna do? I did it again. I tried to navigate from a save sphere. Can't do that. You may have seen Omega Ruins over here, which, yeah, it does. But, this is the optional secret dungeon.
What is this place?
700 years ago, a monk who defied the teachings was sentenced here.
Oh, the traitor Omega, yeah?
Omega's loathing of Yevon has turned him into a fiend.
They say he liked it underground, out of the light.
So, he's here?
Scared?
Not a chance.
But if you'll excuse me a moment, I am just going to save immediately because maybe I'm a little scared. Let's equip Tidus with this guy. So, you see top right? There is no map for this place. We have to build our own map as we go along. Now you got high potions. Can I lance it from you guys? No, I can't. Well, that's fine. I'll tell you what I can do! Get him! Didn't even work! Ugh. Worth it. Totally worth it. Alright, Yuna. Do something cool. You'd think, this far through the game, I would stop laughing at Kimahri blowing himself up. But no! Oh goodness no! That's still funny. But hey, check that out. I remembered to heal him this time. No wasting a turn in combat for me. Why did I have you attack? Because I'm so used to just rushing through fights, that's why. Like, usually my guys are just fine. Break damage limit, huh? Break damage limit. 2,000.
Take that.
Ooh, malleable staff. Those are good. They come with, like, many empty slots, and... Nice! nothing to steal. Oh, that's great! That is absolutely fantastic! That's the best mimic I've ever seen! Oh, do you teach anything? Can I look like a treasure chest if I do this? Come on! Go! No. Oh no. Oh no. Impervious to pain. Alright. Lulu. Do that. Do Ultima. Get him. I don't know why Yuna did more damage than Riku. Well, actually, I might, actually. Because she is currently wandering along Wakka's path. So she's got a few more... Oh yeah, nothing to steal. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so, she's gotten a few more, like, strength nodes, as opposed to Riku, who, I don't know what she's doing at the minute. I think she's just slipping through the middle of the board. Anyways, armor break! Doesn't work. There is a reason that this is the final dungeon of the game. Demi. This guy has a lot of damage. I don't like that. That makes me quite scared. Do that. Forgot what I was doing momentarily. This is fine. Oh man, what have I got that will hurt you? Not much. Just keep using Demi, I guess. Oh, do you know, I bet I know what would help. But I'm not gonna do it because I don't think the game will let me. Demi Rage? Or Demi Fury, excuse me. Alright, what have I got? Armor break, mental break, power, quick hit. Steel. Yeah, for whatever reason, Auron has Steel Gill. He can just take people's money. Why not? I'm gonna try Blizzaga. Beautiful. I want to catch you. I want to catch you. Can I catch you? Mimic cannot be captured, but I can beat it. That is a fantastic Mimic. I love it. That's on par with the Dark Souls one, that big upside down lad. Oh, I love it. You are also a Mimic. I'm not falling for that again. Get out of here. I'm gonna... Yeah, see? Tap the temple. I asked, Goldfish Teeth if we could reasonably do Tap the Temple as like an animated emote. And no, because Adeli is all squidgy and it wouldn't really work. She has little nubby arms. Adamantoise, incidentally, final boss of Final Fantasy II. And
This isn't just a rock, is it?
kind of amazed that they keep bringing it back, and now it's like a standard enemy. I feel it's like pretty standard power creep though. Breath of fire? No? Alright. I'm pretty sure I have some art of Adeli clapping. I don't! Look at that! If you go over my little stream list here, it's got, it goes chicken, Christmas, clean, cloud, cold. I don't have a clapping one.
It's over.
Again, she is the smallest bab. And she kind of does that thing where, like, stuff just floats around in front of her, I guess. No, 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 don't move. Because if you move, then how on earth do I get that strength sphere? Yeah. Now you may move. And collect another strength sphere. Man, getting God Hand is going to make grinding out levels for Riku so much easier. I'm so happy. Oh, and I believe I mentioned it before, but I'm going to say it again. Click was correct. You can indeed grind out level 3 key spheres from those defenders in Zanakin Ruins. So there we go. I've never really paid attention to this music before. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, yes, of course, Click was correct. Please, Tea-a-boo. Tea-a-boo, Click. Alright. Alright. I need a Turbo Ether. That's something I absolutely do need, because that is how I get half MP cost. No, it's not. It's how I get magic boost, excuse me. I already have something on Yuna's weapon that has half MP cost. And I'm wondering if I can game the system a little bit. Because magic boost means that you use more MP. Is it half MP or is it 1 MP? Let's find out! Yeah, half MP cost. So I'm thinking, if I put Magic Booster on that, which I believe doubles your MP cost and gives you a significantly stronger magic attack, will that just nullify? Because that'd be grand. I feel like that shing noise on God Hand is from something, but I couldn't tell you what. Well, you see, the thing is with that Emperor Woodland, I'm pretty sure Click already has a big head, because he's a teacher, And teachers know stuff. Like a lot of stuff. You gotta be a smart person to be a teacher. That's why I'm not. That, and everybody said, literally do not train to be a teacher. You will have no skills for anything else.
That's how it's done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I just... I did just! Oh, goodness! Look at that! Kane's Lance! Like from Final Fantasy IV and 9. Does it look like it's supposed to? No. Boo! Alright. I love that Lulu can do that. Just waddles over, steals something, waddles off again. That's great. Alright, let's put you back on, because I want to catch some more dudes while I'm here. Just really fill out the bestiary in the arena, you know? Oh, it's Nello Angelo! How you doing? Varuna. Okay. Well, how about... How about a bit of that? I don't like those swirly things this guy's got going on around it. You see that? I feel like that is some bad news. Unless, can I break your scripting? Are you programmed to always cast haste, if not hasted?
Is it just me, or does he look grumpy?
And you. Alright. Now we can bring in the heavy hitters and actually work to catch this guy. I think this guy's just going to keep casting haste as long as he doesn't have haste. So as long as I switch out Yuna before the next turn, I can just keep doing that. And I don't have to see what terrible skills this guy has. Amazing. Yeah, don't attack with you. Because you have you don't have a capture weapon on at the minute, do you? No, you don't. You do. And so do you. Man, imagine if I could just catch this thing. Like, hey, Beastmaster, I brought you a winged dude. Please enjoy. And Rickstress has redeemed Show and Tell. My goodness, thank you so much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to equip this guy so I don't have to fight anyone. And run down this corridor and save. And you might think, that's just a little corridor, how bad could it be? If you're watching this, like in 55, 55, 50, if you're watching this like in just on its own as part of the show and tell clip, this corridor will kill you. Let's take a look at some showing and telling. And hey, look at that, I turned it off this time. Which means I remembered it from last time. This goes back to our previous discussion on unmuting your microphone. today's show and tell is... Hey! It is a copy of The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, which is a collection of, I want to say, Donald Duck comics that focused on Scrooge. And specifically, this is a telling of Scrooge's life from when he was a wee babby in like the 1880s all the way up to 1914, I believe. And what this does, this is a really cool thing with this collection. Essentially, any time that Scrooge McDuck or Donald Duck have gone, well, it's just like my great uncle Skrelm said, da-da-da. They've gone through this, and they found every reference to every family member, and there is a family tree and a story related to them in this book. And it's canon as well. If you've ever seen DuckTales, like the show, you know that there is actually this whole story of how Scrooge McDuck got his money, like as a gold prospector, and he was cheated out of this one thing, and he had to go over there. That's all in here, and more. And like, there's a bit where he goes to Scotland, and he nearly gets his castle back, but he doesn't. It's a really interesting read. And the reason I include it here is because this was a present from a YouTube friend of mine. In fact, the very same YouTube friend of mine who I sent the album to that I showed off in the previous show and tell. I sent him a copy of Icelandic Space Horror Show, and in turn, for Christmas, I got Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, which is a book that he likes, and it's a good book. I read through it when I was going to America one time. Why was I going to America that time? I don't remember. I remember that I got stranded in the airport because the flight was cancelled, and I made friends with a lady named Bette who sold concrete. And you might think, like, okay, that's the most boring profession. No, I just made friends with this woman, and she made it really, really interesting. And also, I read The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck. And that's today's show and tell. Thank you very much, Rickstress, for redeeming the points. And as always, watching so that you can gain these points. And now we're going to go back to the game. Here we go. Yeah, see? Waiting beside the save point so that I'm good to go in this very dark little room. This is something that I do Oh, nice! Additional things to catch! This is something that I do fairly frequently in airports, I find. I just make friends with people. Was that bad breath light? That was bad breath light. Well, that's not nice at all. Kimari's going to capture himself. My guys are just gonna get confused, beat each other up, die. Oh no! This is a very bad time. I'm glad I saved. Yes! Okay! I'm not going to be able to win this. But it's a moral victory! That spirit's coming with me! Ah, good times. Have I mentioned this is the optional super dungeon and everything in here hates you? You saw that one, treasure chest turned into a giant flaming eagle. That was terrifying. And amazing! What's that one message? Oh, there we go. I just got a message from Wales going, "Hey, I'm watching your stream. Hi." Hi. Yeah. Well, you know, it was America Day recently, so let's hold on to that. This encounter rate, my goodness. Well, that's fine too. Riku, come and steal something. Do you know what? It's actually pretty cool that this is the payoff to, when they introduced treasure chests, because you remember they did that really early on in the game, comparatively. Like, when Riku showed up, they tutorialized that, and then it just went away for a while. But it's back now. Perhaps in POG format. Ambushed how? Tell me. Tell me how you ambushed me. That doesn't work like that. Do you know, considering putting on the 0 encounters so I can go and show off what's at the end of all of this, because, I don't know, it's pretty cool, and I feel like we've seen the monsters that are in here, and then I can just come catch some of them later and grind out some levels. I might do that. Wakka's fine. Wakka's just breathing that in. Did I bring you out? I don't think I did. There you go. Have some XP.
Farewell. That's how it's done.
So, let's put that on you. And we will change that back when we get to, Redacted. Watch me forget to do that. And I'll be real sad. So, let's continue exploring the ruins. I think it's pretty cool that this one has no map. Because, like, nobody's been here in basically forever. Why would there be a map? Nice. There are a couple of level 4 key spheres that I need to use on the actual grid. Oh, no, no! Aw. Aw. The last treasure chest went away. I wanted that. I was gonna collect that. Also, yeah, kind of infuriating, but, like, most of the rest of the game has just been, you arrive at a place and the Guardians go, oh yeah, this is Mount Gagazet. I know what that looks like. Whereas here, you don't. Although, admittedly, I am navigating via the minimap, so... Defending Bracer. Monster! Let's... This is gonna be a monster, isn't it? You're gonna be a monster. Yep. Are there multiple kinds? great! This game's great! Can I hurt you? I can hurt you. Alright. This is fine. There are multiple mimics. Well, clearly, this is like the second one that I found. Ayo! What are you supposed to be? I think you're supposed to be those snakes that we couldn't find in the Calmlands. Nah, come on, not even that. Like, how many times have you fought a mimic that's just like... It's a treasure chest with teeth. And that's why I bring up the Dark Souls example, because they're great. It's, like I say, the big upside down lads. And they just come to life. And you don't expect it. Nothing happens. Oh, I tell you what I do need to find, actually. Turnover! Oh, I do like a nice cake. Level 3 key sphere times 2. Now I get those. Defending omelet. Friend. Ooh. Ooh. Friend spheres. I know I got one of those and I went, that's not very cool. I believe you can use them to customize. And you can customize something really useful with it. I just don't remember what. That's a sinister looking door, isn't it? Maybe I go and tinker with that. Maybe I shouldn't. Now, there's one last thing. A glyph appears. Now, there's one last thing that I need to check, which is... you. Oh, I think I walked right past it. If I'm looking at this correctly. I did! The secrets to the Al-Bhed language are revealed. W is Z. We are now fluent in Al-Bhed. If we were playing this on, like, the PlayStation, we'd just get a trophy. Yeah, see, Click can rest happily now. We've got all the primers. No missables missed. Not a single one. Shut up. We got them all.
You're kidding.
Yeah, this is kind of why I came here. It's ultimate weapon! It's like the optional boss of the game. Just the one, though. So, fun thing. Riku has a skill on her tree. It is called Bribe. And essentially, you pay enemies money to go away. And you can bribe Ultimate Weapon. You can just pay him to leave. And he's one of the few bosses where you can do that. And I think that is absolutely fantastic. Anyway, we're probably gonna die. I just wanted to show it off. I don't think I can bribe him. I haven't unlocked bribe as a skill. I just didn't get it. Did I?
as you are.
Yes, I do not appear to have bribe. Oops. Well, if there was ever a time to cheese it out and use whatever that thing was. Oh no, where are they? There you go. If there was ever a time to cheese it out and use one of these, it's gonna be now. You're right, I do have a Jimbo. I can just pay him off. Not gonna. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Alright, get in here. Also, Kimari. Kimari, can you learn anything? No. Well, that's fine too. 10 doors to tomorrow? What does that do? What did we call them? Yeah, Yojimbo is Wolf. And Anima is Agnes, because everyone knows that Seymour's mother is called Agnes. Couldn't steal anything. Here's a question. I can just keep doing that, can't I? Can't I? No. Because, I'm pretty sure it's just Riku that has Mug. Yep, appears to be. Well, that's fine. Give me those doors to tomorrow. I love them. Core energy. Is that all you got? Is that all you have? And there you go. That is one of the optional super bosses down. Yeah. I like the description of him being the lunchroom bully of Final Fantasy bosses, because he does keep showing up and like shoving you around.
That was not Omega. Just a shadow born from Omega's wrath.
What, so the main man's still around?
Come on out, Omega!
When we meet, I will send it.
I'm just okay. I'm gonna show you this. Is it this way? It's not this way. Is it you? It's you. It's a teleport pad. Okay. I thought that was a door in the back. Silly me. I would put money down that if I were to load up my PS2 save, this is where I am. This exact room. Nope! Running away. Because... and I'll tell you why. Because we are not going to be beating Omega Weapon. It's too hard. You know how we found the Dark Aeons and they just killed us all in a single turn? Omega Weapon does that. He is essentially Ultimate Weapon that we just fought, but all of his stats multiplied by 10. So, I don't know, get good. Which is what I believe Rickstra said coming into this. So, yes. Oh, look at that! It's got a little sleepy animation. That's amazing. I love it. Steal from it. Steal from it. Anyway, now it's awake and now it's mad. But yes, I wanted to show off the ruins and, at the very least, ultimate weapon, because, hey, pretty cool boss, right? I also don't believe that I have ever
Farewell.
defeated that boss properly.
That's how it's done.
Much like the... I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Much like the defender that we fought outside the Cavern of the Faith. Yeah. I've never done that properly. I've always just... Trio of 9999 and away we go. This one's mostly just for Empirical Woodland, I'll be honest, but a friend of mine has been playing the AEW game, and apparently the tier list is Kenny Omega and then everyone else. Like, you can kind of tell who the lead designer was. And my friend's like, I mean, fair, you know, if I built a game, I'd do that. That's how I'd do it. But also, I feel like that's a little cheap. He is top tier of the company, but did they have to record all of CM Punk's dialogue in this voice? Tell me when I'm lying. That's a lie. They didn't do that. But I could see it happening. It's also wildly unstable from what I've seen, but I feel like that's just to be expected of wrestling games at this point. When was the last 2K game that like, it just didn't fall apart if you look at it sideways? I feel like that's something. I can do something with that. What's down there? Nothing. That's the broken bridge. Where was that glyph that I found? I'm gonna go find that glyph and then maybe call it. And then next time we can go take a look at maybe finishing the game. My goodness. We've come a long way, haven't we? Yes, we have. And we've learned that our dad is a fish, and we don't exist, and Lulu's hot. A wide variety of topics we have learned. Well, I continue to... Oh, I bet that builds that bridge. That's what I bet that does. Well, what I think we'll do, because it's the end of the stream-ish, let us go back. We're going to save, we're going to go back to the Calmlands, and we're going to see about that, hideous chimera that the guy has built out of bits of other monsters. Let's go see what that looks like, shall we? Because genuinely, I've never done the the monster capture side of things. Yeah, we'll give you that. Oh, you've got 1 MP cost. Why do you have that? Alright, that's cool, that's fine. And then God Hand. Oh! I thought that, why did I think that Riku had God Hand? Probably because I unlocked it, and I was going to make sure to use it. So you, and then you. Okay. Oh wait, no, I need to turn off the encounters, because man, getting to where I need to go in the Calm Lands
Here we go.
is not happening in a hurry. Yes, cheer me on, kid! I just defeated Omega Weapon. I didn't. I defeated Ultimate Weapon legitimately, and it was pretty cool. I wonder why Omega Weapon stopped being, like, the guy. Because, like, he's one of the hardest fights in 6. He's one of the optional boss fights in 7 and 8. But then, in 8, they one-upped him with, I want to say it was Omega in 8. Right. You get that. Okay. Area Conquest. How do I fight this monster that you created? Been flan hunting, huh? Use your weapons, not magic, if you want to capture them. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Like, these are all the monsters that you need to catch and how much to pay to fight them. So, if you want to, for example, oh, we need to fight Shred because they've got all the random drops. You can pay to fight them. That's cool. Oh, there it is, Chimera Geist. All right. Chimera Geist, huh? You sure about that? Yes. I thought that one had exposed brain. I think it is just a main. Mana Spring. Alright, that's fine. Would've. Ah, amazing. I love it when an enemy just does a thing and for whatever reason you are immune to it. It feels great. Right, Yuna. Tidus. And now we can fight properly. Here we go. Hopefully this is just like a tough boss and not like it's got some kind of demented second form. Actually, let's see. Is Yuna still stronger than that? Why is Yuna stronger than my thief? What is happening? Must grind harder. That's a lie. I do not need to grind any more in this game, but I'm totally going to. Maybe this guy just has a bucket of health. So we're gonna do one of you. See, I feel like this is why we need break damage limit, because if I did that with essentially any other character, like if I did that with break damage limit rather, then that would do more than just the standard 9999. And in fact, that thing Riku does would actually be a nerf, because it would limit me to that. Yeah, down you go. How much AP do I get from this? Alright. Not... A return sphere! That's the one you want. Okay. Can I save, please? Oh, I can. Amazing. Well, there you go. I'm gonna do that. There you go. We got to see 2 secret little bosses from the game today. And we got to do a little bit of the side questing. And I spent an hour in the desert finding the little gatekeepers. It was cute. I don't even care. That was cute. Anyway, here is my ending screen. Yeah! Let's go raid someone. Who are we gonna raid? I don't know. Thank you for stream. Thank you for watch. I appreciate it very much. Who is currently streaming this game? Let's take a look at you. How good are you? This is an interesting voice and character. I like their outfit. I recognize that outfit. That's a character from Salty Bet. So let's go raid Rose Eva. Why not? Please do come back tomorrow. We're gonna play something new and adorable for Casual Friday. I think that Wales is gonna absolutely love it. There's your raid message. Please do spam. Come back for that. Come back next time for the thing I just said. And until next time, goodbye.